Hi everybody, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today is day 4 of our 31-day meditation challenge. Welcome to everyone that is joining us today. Please feel free to share if you feel value in any of these meditations that I'm doing. Today I want to address a couple topics. First of all, I want to talk about a couple things. First of all, protection. A lot of people are writing to me about protection, how to best protect ourselves. And 2, are we having our freedom imposed upon? So let's take a look at that. And 3, we're going to identify your unique healing frequency in today's meditation. So please go ahead and join, share with whoever you'd like to share, and I'm really happy to be here with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well in your homes and dealing with it, all this stuff that's going on in our society today in a very calm, peaceful, and compassionate way. And I know that it can be hard sometimes, but this is a time where we need to pull together and get really clear about the priorities. And the priorities are not panic or fear. The priorities are a reconnection with the self more than ever. That's what the invitation is with everything that's happening right now in the world around us. So let's get started. First of all, I had a message from someone that says, Geraldine, I had been working for such a long time doing energy work, and one of the things that I have a really hard time doing as a very, very highly sensitive empath is the fact that I cannot protect myself. Even though I have tried all these techniques, I still can't seem to protect myself in a certain space. So what do I need to do? I pick up everyone's energy from around me and I start to absorb it and feel it, and it's just overwhelming for me. So I know a lot of you also are highly, highly empathic, and so am I, for God's sakes, and pull up all this energy from all around us. So what do we have to do? So something that I noticed early on in my journey is that when I first woke up and I had a tremendous awakening to my, first of all, ability to even see the multidimensional body, it took me months to be able to reintegrate myself into society or into any kind of groups of people, because it was overwhelming for me to kind of deal with the amount of information energetically and emotionally that I was pulling in from the people around me. So thankfully, I had been trained with a shaman about energy work for a very long time, and due to that, I was able to apply some tools. But those tools, as you evolve, as you grow, as you begin to work deeper in the levels of energy as an energy healer, and more than that, we're riding waves of energy that are changing and evolving with astrology, with the planets are shifting and changing and moving how we're feeling the energy. And also collectively, because there are waves of information that our entire planet are receiving from the sun, from the galactic plane of energy. Our planet Earth is receiving also information, and each one of us functions like an antenna, and we are receiving information based on our vibrational frequency. So based on your vibrational frequency, let me repeat that, you are receiving information, okay? So some of you are more sensitive, more heightened to that. What does that mean? Those of us that are more aware energetically, there's something that we need to process within us as energy healers or as empaths or as sensitives, and that is an understanding of how energy moves through our reality, through our body, through ourself. We live in a dualistic reality that everything here, the basis of creation, is this duality. So that means that we are a combination, and we're constantly navigating light, dark, heaviness, light, all of these different manifestations of duality. We're navigating them constantly. And because we have 5 senses, there's many ways that we can be receiving that information. It can be energetic, we can be seeing it, it can come in through our eyes, come in through the things that we're hearing, vibrational, come in through our feeling body, what we're feeling, the sensations that we're feeling, things that we're touching, people that we're connecting with. All of these things are basically vibrational frequency that we are translating through the 5 senses and processing through the body. Again, the body is made up of this multiple systems that are translating information constantly. So the more we understand how that works, the more we can understand how we are receiving and storing information. Now, that being said, what that means is that what we are translating ultimately is these two waves, ranges of frequency. So the ranges of frequency are going to go from light to dark, lowest to highest. So our job, just incarnating in this physical 3D plane, is to learn how to navigate the highest frequency to the lowest frequency. Why? Because as infinite consciousness, we are here to experience all ranges of possibility, all ranges of existence. So that means that we are all going to be experiencing many different things in that ranges of many frequencies, experiences, emotions. Things that are happening as a collective are going to be ranging in this range in a rainbow of frequency, and that's from light to dark. So we can experience some extremely dark things around us and some extremely light, vibrational, high vibrational experiences. So as a human organism, becoming aware of yourself in this body, in this shell, we have to be able to learn how to navigate all of those, which means that when we as an empath begin to absorb all these energies from around us, we're going to have to learn how to work with energies that are both light and dark. Darkness is not necessarily something that we on the highest level need to be protecting ourselves from. It is something that on the highest level we have to learn how to transmute, how to work with, how to observe. We become friends with it. We become familiar with our darkness. And that is really, I can sit here and tell you 20 million techniques. I can show you how to put your protective field around your body, which means the awareness of your energetic body. And it's the awareness that is really what's protecting you. And so what that tells us is that our awareness of our own darkness, of the programs that are actually running the show on the back end, are actually what's projecting into our reality. So if our mentality is that we are constantly having to protect ourselves from something negative, we are going to be projecting in our reality and creating events that are going to be matching that vibrational frequency. Okay, so you can try all number of techniques for protecting yourself, but on the highest level, if you want to understand how to truly become this sovereign being that is in charge of their experience, the deprogramming has to happen in the root of your subconscious mind. You need to understand that you are 100% in charge of your experience, which means that you create your reality, which means that your reality is created by the subconscious programs that are running in the back end of your mind. And those subconscious programs are programmed within the body on layers and layers upon layers of information. So yes, this is not a simple thing to do, and this is what our life is about here as these organisms of consciousness becoming aware of ourselves. We have the life experience in order to be able to experience all of these ranges so that we can transmute them, so that we can experience, so that we can evolve through those experiences. So in my opinion, of doing energy work and healing and experiencing tremendous darkness myself in my life, tremendous amount of darkness, not nearly as much of others, but darkness as well. And all of us experience the darkness in a different way, but having experienced that, I found that my most powerful protection came to me when I was in a state of creation, and I was able to become one. I was aware that I was one part of a whole. And when I became aware of that being one part of a whole, now there was no separation between myself and the darkness. The darkness was mine. What I was projecting my reality was me. The pain, the suffering was a part of me. And so when you begin to look at things like that, it begins to shift tremendously, because you begin to take responsibility for a lot of things that are happening, fear programs that are created, and what provides you the protection is the awareness, because we begin to become aware of the very deep subconscious programming that we have within the depths of our mind. And that's when things begin to change. You no longer need to come into a state of protection, protection, protection. You now have this symbiotic relationship with your environment, with those that you're healing, with those that are around you, whether you're at a grocery store or at a family event. You are very consciously aware of others' darkness. You can acknowledge it, you can see it without having a reaction to it. You are just in a state of observation. And that state of observation is incredibly powerful because it means that you're embodying a state of neutrality. This is what it means to come into that 0 point, to that state of conscious awareness. The 0 point happens when we integrate all of the fragmented perceptions of darkness within us and acknowledge that we are a part, or we are made of both of those things. And so that completely shifts your vibrational frequency. So to answer your question, the best way to protect yourself is to begin to integrate our own darkness on the deepest level, so that you can come into that creator mode, that God self, that creator 0 point, where you are now having a symbiotic relationship with what you're experiencing and creating. And so even when people come into your space, we see them for what they are, because what creates the exchange is usually judgment that we place on another person, judgment within that even if you're observing and you're placing judgment on what you're observing in the other person, just acknowledging even their darkness or their heaviness or their suffering. It's okay in the beginning when you're getting to know your abilities and when you're getting to know how to psychically pick up information for you to place judgment, because we have to learn, right? We're learning through our experience. But after a while, you begin to dominate and understand that everyone is your mirror. So the people that are being projected into your reality, those surrounding you, are all mirrors of what's happening within. So it's really important to note that, because that way, as you observe, as you see yourself in others, no longer will you be attaching energetically and then feeling like you have to siphon out energy or even create an energetic exchange on that level. That doesn't serve you, okay? So that's really the most powerful protection that I can give you in terms of becoming aware of yourself in an environment that you feel is toxic. Address your understanding of what toxic environment is, toxic environment, relationships, all of those things, and become aware of how you can take responsibility for your part in co-creating those experiences or those relationships. It's very important. Even the clients that come to you are mirrors of yourself. I've noticed that a lot. And whether it's something that I've experienced in my past or something that's subconsciously coming up in my life currently, I've noticed that those are reminders. This is how we heal. We are one organism healing. None of us are gurus. None of us are enlightened. None of us are saints. We're all moving through this collective evolution together. So that's something to really note. Next, I had a question. Someone talked about feeling so disrupted because they felt that they had their freedom imposed upon. And, it was very interesting to see that and very sad to observe that they felt that way. And I'm so sorry. A lot of people are feeling in this moment that their freedom is being imposed upon because of the quarantine. And more than that, even just emotionally, I mean, we don't even know what we're allowed to feel because there's a lot of confusion going on. And the confusion's going on for a lot of reasons. I want to remind that a lot of the primary events that are happening right now are really psychological warfare, okay? And psychological warfare is the manipulation of your beliefs, your emotions, and your state of being. So one of the things that we need to remember when things like these happen, I'm not making any direct comments on what's happening. I'm talking about an observation that I've seen about what's happened. That's all. And I'm not going to say the name of what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to put any power to that. You guys know what's happening. So referring to what's occurring right now, when we are collectively coming into a certain vibrational state, for example, a state of survival and fear and anger and frustration and feeling helpless, it's a wake-up call. And the wake-up call is, how much in control are we of our environment and ourselves? And the answer is, we're tremendously in control of our environment and ourselves. The problem is that we have been deeply programmed that we're not in control at all. We're not in control of the choices that we can make. We're not in control of where we put our money. We're not in control of our health. We're not in control of the education of our kids. We're not in control of our society and the economic structure of the societies that we live in. Okay, but that is because a lot of us are disinformed as to how those structures of reality are actually put together, and how we are investing with every dollar, with every thought, with every emotion. Even being on social media is an investment in certain things that are not necessarily pro-life and, producing the best effects. But in this reality, we have to learn how to work and navigate with these systems in order to try to bring unity consciousness. Okay, the unity consciousness is where we need to be right now. And so if these shifts are happening in the world, it's a great time for us to question our priorities. Where are our priorities? Where are we placing our time, our effort? Are you placing your effort and your time on things that are not good for yourself, for your well-being? Are you eating things that are not good for you? Are you doing activities, working in jobs, putting yourself in an environment, having relationships that are not good for you as a person, as an individual, as this human bioorganism? It's time for us to really take stock of where we are investing our time. And something like this is a great opportunity to make us stop and really take a step back and reconsider where we are placing our time and energy. Okay, and more importantly, it's a great time to take a look at our habits for our health. Creating a healthy immune system is an entire lifelong process that we have to build upon, depending on what we're eating, how we're feeling emotionally, the amount of rest that we're getting. Okay, this human biostructure is very complex. It's made out of multiple aspects. So we have to learn how to take care of all the parts of our body so that when things like this happen, we look at it and we can easily point out where the flaws are in the things that are being shown to us, because we know where we're at collectively. We know where we're at as humans, as this healthy organism. Right now, what's being highlighted is the illness that is in our society, the illness that is within ourselves, within our mind, within our thoughts and our emotions. All of that is coming up right now, where there is an imbalance within us and outside of us. So this is a great wake-up call, especially during the time that we're now being made to stay home, to kind of address the priorities that we have in our life and really take it seriously. Because right now, our intention should be in the quick recovery and healing of our brothers and sisters that are experiencing what they're going through right now in the entire world, that are affected by what's happening, but also in the long term, that this doesn't propel other kinds of things coming into play, like control systems that we don't want, like vaccination that we don't want, like any kinds of movements of control that are not going to be pro-life and pro the natural organic balance of the human body. Okay, so that's something that we need to get really clear about. The human body is self-sustaining. If we know how to use this human body, we know how to come into health in a very powerful way. And so that takes a lot of work, and it takes certain steps, and it takes education and understanding. And you can learn all about that just by going in and getting familiar with how your body works. So that's what I'm here to kind of help a little bit in doing that, okay? So if you feel that your freedom is being imposed upon right now, please take a moment to reconsider that feeling and where you're coming from of feeling helpless. We are not victims right now. We are not victims. We may feel that way and it may look like that, but the reality is that we are a much larger group than those that are making the decisions right now in our society. This world is run by an elite group of small number of families that are interconnected, that are running all the systems, that are making the choices that are running your society today. And so that means that collectively we have the ability of uniting into a collective consciousness, given that you guys are prepared to do that, to be able to come into a really clear understanding of what's happening here and start making choices and movements collectively. Okay, so it's a good time to kind of consider how we can do that moving forward once we get past all of this craziness that's happening right now. It's a time to connect. It's a time to, we have the social distancing, but this is a time for us to reconnect in that network that unites us all, that collective consciousness that is a much more powerful network than physical interaction, actually. And that's where we need to reach. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, so let's get into it. I want you guys to all join me for the meditation. Thank you so much for being here today. I want you all to breathe and inhale deeply and exhale. And we're going to start by, as we are inhaling and exhaling, we're going to ground ourselves down to the center of the earth. We're going to surround ourselves in our sphere, visualizing where our human body is around us, our energetic body surrounds us, making sure that we don't have any openings in our energetic field, making sure that we're aware of sealing that space around us. So go ahead and visualize that. Okay, very good. You're going to inhale deeply and exhale. Very good. Now that you're grounded, you're protected, we're going to begin grounding our space. Ground your home down to the center of the earth. Surround your home in a gigantic field of golden light. You're going to fill your house with the color gold as you raise a frequency. Neutral energy, gold energy, helps neutralize anything in your environment that's out of balance. So go ahead and visualize filling your home with that neutral energy. Very good. And so now we're going to go deeper. You're going to close the first chakra, going into reading state, close the second chakra, close the third chakra, open the heart chakra as wide as possible, open the throat chakra, going up to the third eye, open that third eye. So once again, we're closing the root, closing the sacral. It's right underneath the navel, and the solar at the center core of your body. You're opening your heart, front and back of your body. The throat chakra, and the third eye. This is reading state. You're going to go ahead and use your crown chakra. Go ahead and enter that crown chakra. That crown chakra is the vibrational frequency of your body, the vibrational signature. If you have this in alignment with your highest expression, you are not in vibrational frequency to getting illnesses or sick or any kind of imbalances in the body. So it's really important right now to maintain that really, really powerfully shining clearly with your intention. So you're going to close your eyes. Those that don't have a chakra color that have worked with me, you're going to see a blank white screen in front of you. And the first color that comes up, you're going to put that up into the crown. Go ahead and visualize filling in the crown chakra. We're setting the intention that we're aligning this vibrational frequency, our signature, with our career to bring us into a perfect situation in our career. We're getting the money we need. We're in alignment with what we're doing. And all our interactions with our colleagues are in alignment with what we need. So visualize in your career. The next is your family. The next is abundance. The next is consciousness. The next is partnership. Fill that in. The next is joy. The next is harmony. The next is balance. Fill that in. The next is your spirit. Fill that in as you're setting the intention in your crown chakra. You're filling your creative color in your crown chakra. And finally, your purpose. What are you here to do? Fill that in. Inhale deeply and exhale. Okay, so you're grounded down to the center of the earth, protected in your field. Your first 3 chakras are closed, top 3 are open, your crown is shining brilliantly. Now that you're here, I want you once again to clear your space, clear your energetic space. We're going to visualize tapping into our energetic body. And you're going to see another blank white screen in front of you. And I want you to ask to see the color that represents the most healing, your most healing color. What color is that? The first color that comes to mind, the color that is meant to heal you. Go ahead and see that color. What color comes up? Okay, first color that comes up there. Your healing color. And you're going to visualize it. You're going to bring up that beautiful healing color from the center of the earth. It's going to come rushing up from the feet up into the center core of the body, creating a vortex of energy. With this healing color, go ahead and visualize what color is that. This color is going to rebalance your unique system. It's going to provide you with everything that you need to bring you into balance emotionally, physically, and multidimensionally. So you're going to visualize bringing that into your body as you create a vortex from the center of the earth. The earth has the ability of utilizing that frequency energy of providing that chi life force, so you can dictate what kind of energy you're bringing into your body. And right now the intention is your unique healing energy. So we're going to bring that beautiful energy into the body. See it swirling around. Inhale deeply and exhale. From the universe, from source, I want you to visualize from the cosmos. You're going to bring down that cosmic energy that comes down to the crown of your head from source. It's going to combine with that healing energy. So go ahead and visualize that your unique color with this gold cosmic energy. And it's going to swirl around your entire body. And you can visualize it expanding as wide as you are. I want you to tap in. How far out do you extend energetically around you? Tap into that. This information is incredibly important for you to understand, especially for those of you that are empathic, that pick up people's energy. Become aware of where your energetic boundaries are so that people are not interfering with them, or you're not unknowingly giving your energy or having your energy siphoned out of your energetic space. So go ahead and visualize that. And as you create this powerful movement of healing energy around you, you're going to feel a really calming healing. Those of you that are not feeling well, maybe are dealing with allergies or any kind of a physical ailment at this time, this is a very powerful technique to help you rebalance your system. Okay, you're going to send 10% of that back down to the center of the earth. So go ahead and send 10% back down. You're going to inhale deeply and exhale, releasing. You inhale healing life force energy. You exhale, releasing anything that doesn't serve you out of your body. So go ahead and visualize releasing all of that out. And go back to your solar plexus. You're going to pull up that combination of healing energy up your crown, and you're going to create a fountain coating the outside of your bubble. Go ahead and visualize cleansing the illusion, and you're rebalancing all of the exchanges that we're doing externally. We're neutralizing and rebalancing those exchanges. Go ahead and feel that coating the outside of your bubble. Very good. This one, you start feeling that rush. You're going to go back to your solar plexus. You're going to pull up that 10%, final 10% of pure energy that's now going to heal the human body, the bio aspect of the body. You're going to feel that energy surrounding your body, and it's going to penetrate into the pore, into the flesh, the muscles, the bones, down to the cellular level of your body. I want you to visualize healing the body, and we're going to take a moment to focus on each layer of that. So you're going to go to your skin, and you're going to visualize all the skin in the body. We're going to do a scan starting at the toes. Visualize the skin of your body absorbing this healing energy, going up just the skin, the dermal layer, goes into the dermal layer, healing the skin, going up to the shins and the calves, healing the skin, the knees, the thighs. This is a great way to return to your body. Inhale deeply. Imagine that you are breathing in that healing energy into the body. It goes up to the thighs, healing the skin, going up into the lower back of your body, healing the skin, up into the external front of your pelvic bone, feeling and absorbing that healing energy into the body, healing the skin, going up to the abdomen and the lower back. Visualize it healing the skin, absorbing into the body, going up to the chest, the back, healing the skin, going up to the shoulders, the arms, healing the skin. I want you to feel it absorbing into the body through the skin, through the dermal layer. You are allowing your body to absorb that healing. You're going to go up to your throat and your neck. This whole area absorbing, healing the skin, going up to the face, going up to the scalp. Visualize with every breath that you take, every pore of the body is absorbing that healing energy into the body. And you're going to begin to feel very energized as you do this. Okay, now that we went to the skin, we're going to visualize that your entire body, you're absorbing it through now the muscles. Okay, so go ahead and visualize the muscles, the tendons, the nerves, absorbing that healing energy. With every breath you take, you're going to visualize taking in that healing energy into the body. And again, I want you to scan your body, starting at the legs, going into the muscles, going up into the thigh muscles, the hips, the glutes, going up to the back. A lot of us are carrying a lot of heaviness in our back. So this is a time for you to release any tension in the back, release any tension in the lower parts of your bodies. Go up to the abdomen. What tension are you holding on to here in the abdomen? Allow this beautiful healing energy to release any tension that you have. This is a great exercise for you to become aware of what's being tense in the body. What are you holding on? What are you resisting? Again, okay? Inhaling deeply and exhale, going up to the chest, okay? For women, the breasts in particular, women tend to hold on to a lot of emotion in the chest area. So any sorrow, any kind of heaviness, feelings of unworthiness, and the same for the men, the chest, we're holding on to a lot of that, a lot of maternal and paternal imbalances are found here in the chest. So go ahead and notice what you need to release. any kind of programs of identity that are out of balance. Go ahead and notice releasing that from the muscle layer of your body. What are your muscles holding on to? Going up to the shoulders, down the arms, the palms of the hands, releasing the tension in the muscles. Okay, going up to the throat. The vocal cords, this is a great time for you to absorb that energy into the vocal cords, healing any kind of imbalance there. Okay, going up to the head, the face, the facial muscles that are storing all the repetitive facial movements that you make. And this is a great time to become aware of what parts of your face are more tense. They speak to our habits, our emotional habits, our reactions, how we're reacting to things around us. All of that is stored in the memory of the muscles. So go ahead and visualize clearing that out, going up to the scalp, to the head, going into the brain. Okay, going into the brain. We're going to start entering now the deeper level of the body, the organs. So in through the brain, you're going to visualize now becoming aware of the entire brain, and you're going to absorb that healing energy into the brain. So go ahead and visualize it soaking in to the brain as you become aware of all the parts of the brain that are interconnected with the entire body. And this is where we begin to work with the endocrine system of the body. You're going to go into the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, visualize cleansing, healing, absorbing that healing energy into the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. Okay. Going down into the endocrine system, the thyroid system, absorbing it into that system. Notice how it begins to flush down through the body, through the chest, through the rest of the endocrine system in the body. Okay, going down to the chest, to the heart, to the lungs, going down to the liver, the stomach, the digestive system, the spleen, the pancreas, the kidneys, the small intestines, the large intestines, going down into the sexual organs, absorbing that healing energy. Notice what you're storing in this space. What can you release right now? What can you flush out of the body? Healing the body, healing the layers of the body, releasing what no longer serves you. Awareness is consciousness. Okay? Awareness. What do we need to be aware of in this body? Going down to the thighs, going down to the nervous system that goes all the way down to the toes again. And as you're here, you're going to visualize that we are now running this energy through the body. I want you to visualize that you have now basically connected a network from your brain down to the base of your feet that you're going to be running through the body. So I want you to imagine that this healing energy is rushing through your body, and you're going to feel it going up the spine, down the front of the face, down the front of the body, down the chakra system, and back again through the back of the body. And back and forth, it's going to be rushing through the body. Okay? Clearing out the physical bio aspect of your body. And while you're running that energy through the body, this is a great time for you to begin to activate your sixth sense, which is your intuition. Okay? And so we're going to tap in now, healing the next level of the body. I want you to visualize that all of the parts of the bodies have projected out into now the non-physical. So I want you to notice what information is in the non-physical layer of the physical body. What information or stagnant energy or blockages are in your energetic body? So non-physical now. Do a quick body scan. Notice those. You're going to remove them out of your body. You remove them. You can visualize sucking them down a vacuum to the center of the earth, or you can shoot them out into the universe. Whatever feels real to you, this is your healing. So you make it your own. You use what works for you. The focus is that you have to feel that it leaves the body. And what you're going to notice as you're doing this is that these attachments and these heavy stagnant energies really are like entities. They are like beings that have usually tentacles or aspects of themselves that intertwine in more than one part of the body. So I want you to become aware of that, and trust your intuition and what you're removing, and go ahead and release. Okay, it's like we're shedding out all of this stuff that doesn't serve us on an energetic level. Very good, very good. You're sending it all down to the center of the earth or out into the universe. Okay, very good. Okay, you're going to inhale deeply and exhale, closing once again the energetic layer, and we're going to now heal the body. So I want you to choose a color that defines healing from source or infinite source energy. You can define whatever color that feels right to you. You're going to pull it down from source. Okay, going to bring it down through the crown of your head, but you're also going to imagine that you're showering this energy over your entire body. And again, it's going to penetrate into the flesh, the muscles, the bones, down to the cellular level of your body. And now we're going to work on the cells of your body. So I want you to become aware of all the cells of your body in this moment. Okay, just tap into the layer of your body that is your cellular structure. So now we're going in deeper, okay? The cellular structure. So go ahead and visualize that all of the cells are rebalancing in the body to carry out their proper function. The proper function in the body. Go ahead and visualize. That's the intention. The intention is that we're healing the body, normalizing the body, bringing it into its optimum level of function. Feeling love, coming into a state of love and compassion. Feeling love, coming into a state of love and compassion. No comparison, no fear, no feelings of being unworthy or not having powers or not being good enough. All of that is old programming that doesn't serve you. So have compassion of yourself and the emotions that you're feeling. It's not so much about what's happening outside of you. So on the cellular level, go ahead and absorb that healing energy. And now you're going to go down to the DNA. We're going to take it down another level. And we're going to just speak to literally the writing, the protein writing processes of our body. Okay? And the protein writing processes of our body, we're going to set the intention that what we're writing is going to be, we're pulling in from source to allow us to return back to the blueprint of writing the human body as it needs to be in a completely balanced state. So go ahead and visualize that you are speaking to the writing processes that write the protein for every single DNA of the body from head to toe. Okay? Head to toe. We are speaking to that and setting the intention that we are in complete in alignment with the blueprint that best serves our highest expression. Highest expression. You're going to inhale deeply and exhale. Very good. You're going to feel a really powerful calming feeling in the body that's really helping you rebalance the body. And we're going to come back out now. We're going to start by rebalancing the root chakra. Go ahead and open it back into a balanced state. The sacral, open it. Solar, open it back into a balanced state. The heart chakra, open it back into a balanced state. The throat, the third eye, and your crown. You're going to send it up to the 8th. Activate the 8th chakra. That's activating the layer of the body that works with RNA and DNA. So you're activating that. You're going to go up to the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and your source. You're going to connect up to source. I want you to see that white light of source above you. You're going to connect up to that. And you're going to bring that white light around you to seal your space and seal the healing that you did in your body today, the work that you did. Okay, so you can come back into the room now. And I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. For some reason, I can't see your comments. It's so unfortunate. I'd love to see what you're saying, but just technology is not being our best friend this week, at least for me. So I really hope that you guys have an incredible, beautiful, beautiful day. And I thank you for joining me and taking the time out of this moment, this opportunity to reconnect with ourselves. Okay? The only way that we're going to affect change collectively in this universe, because we are interconnected with all the moving parts of this organism with which we exist within, is by really taking very focused on becoming consciously aware, okay? And that has to happen on many layers, and it takes time. So please take the time, because this is a wonderful opportunity to do that. Please be in a state of love, in a state of awareness, of observation, and thank you so much for joining me. All my love. Have a great day. Bye-bye.